Hi, and welcome to English-Fabule. Are you learning English? Great. Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started.
Leonardo DiCaprio is a name recognized around the globe. He is not just a famous actor, he is a global icon who uses his fame to speak about important issues. Think about a young boy growing up in Los Angeles, full of dreams of becoming an actor. This was Leonardo. From his early childhood, acting was his passion. He started his career with small parts in TV shows and commercials. His life changed forever with the movie Titanic. This movie became one of the most successful films ever made, and Leonardo became an international superstar. Titanic made him very famous, but he wanted to prove he was a talented actor in different roles. He worked with famous directors like Martin Scorsese and Steven Spielberg in movies such as Catch Me If You Can, Gangs of New York, and The Wolf of Wall Street. His hard work and talent were recognized when he won an Oscar for Best Actor for his role in The Revenant. Beyond acting, Leonardo is deeply committed to protecting the environment. He created the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation, which supports environmental projects around the world. He is also a United Nations messenger of peace, raising awareness about climate change and environmental issues. He is using his global voice to make a positive impact. This book will guide you through the fascinating life of Leonardo DiCaprio. We will explore his early years, his journey to becoming a famous actor, his most memorable films, and his vital work for the environment. You will understand how he became a global icon and the reasons behind his influence. Join us to discover the inspiring story of Leonardo DiCaprio, a true star both on and off the screen. 2. Young Leonardo DiCaprio was born in Los Angeles, a big city in California, on November 11, 1974. His parents were Ermelyn Indenberken and George DiCaprio. They were artists and had a free-spirited life. Ermelyn was from Germany, and George had Italian and German family. His parents chose the name Leonardo because of a story. When Ermelyn was pregnant, she was in Italy in a museum. She was looking at a painting by Leonardo da Vinci when she felt the baby kick for the first time. They thought it was a special sign and named him Leonardo. When Leo was just 1 year old, his parents got divorced, but they still wanted to take care of him together. So they lived close to each other in small houses with a shared garden. Leo's father lived with his girlfriend and her son, Adam. Leo and Adam became very good friends, like brothers. Leo and his mother moved to different places in Los Angeles, including a place called Los Feliz. Leo said his parents were bohemian, which means they were not traditional and lived in a creative way. He loved them very much and trusted them. He also talked about growing up in a poor area with problems like crime and drugs. He went to Catholic church when he was young. As a child, Leo went to different schools in Los Angeles. He didn't like school very much because he wanted to be an actor. He liked to pretend to be other people and make them laugh. He loved seeing how people reacted when he acted. When Leo was very young, about 2 years old, he was at a festival. He suddenly went on stage and started dancing. People liked it and cheered for him. This made him want to perform more. Also, he saw Adam, his stepbrother, in a TV commercial and learned Adam earned a lot of money. This also motivated him to try acting. Leo says his first time on TV was in a children's show called Romper Room. He said he was naughty and they asked him to leave, but the people who made the show said this was not true. When he was 11, he almost stopped acting to become a breakdancer. He was even good enough to get second place in a competition in Germany. But acting was his real dream. At 14, he started being in commercials. He was in ads for toy cars called Matchbox and for food like Kraft cheese, Bubble Yum Gum, and Apple Jack cereal. In 1989, he had a small part in a TV show called The New Lassie. At the beginning, it was not easy for Leo to find work as an actor. He needed an agent, someone to help him find jobs. When he finally found an agent, the agent told him to change his name to Lenny Williams. The agent thought a simpler, more American name would be better. But Leo did not want to change his name. He stayed Leonardo DiCaprio. For a year and a half, Leo went to about 100 auditions, but he didn't get any roles. He was going to give up acting, but his father told him to keep trying. His father believed in him and told him not to stop. Leo listened to his father. He kept going to auditions. Then an agent who knew his mother's friend helped him. This agent told casting people about Leo. After that, Leo started getting roles in commercials, about 20 in total. Slowly, things started to change for young Leo. He was starting his journey to become a famous actor. 3. First big roles. After some small parts on TV, Leonardo got his first role in a film. It was a horror movie called Critters 3 in 1991. He played a small part and he did not like the film very much later. He thought it was not a good movie, but it was a start for him in films. In 1993, things started to change for Leonardo. He got a role in a film called This Boy's Life. In this film, he worked with Robert De Niro. De Niro was a very famous actor. Leonardo was chosen by De Niro himself for the role from many young actors. The film is about a boy and his stepfather. Leonardo played the boy, Toby, who has problems with his stepfather. People started to notice Leonardo in this film. They saw that he was a good young actor. The same year, 1993, Leonardo acted in another important film. It was called What's Eating Gilbert Grape. In this film, he played Arnie, a young boy with special needs. He acted with Johnny Depp. Many people and film critics liked Leonardo very much in this role. They said he was very good at showing Arnie's difficulties and feelings. For this role, Leonardo was nominated for an Oscar award. This is a very big award for films. He was very young to be nominated for such a big award. It was a sign that he was becoming a very respected actor. After these roles, Leonardo continued to work in more films. In 1995, he was in a Western film called The Quick and the Dead. He also played a young writer who had problems with drugs in The Basketball Diaries. In another film, Total Eclipse, he played a poet. These films showed that Leonardo could play different kinds of roles. Then, in 1996, came a film that made him very famous with young people. It was Romeo plus Juliet. This film was a modern version of the famous play by Shakespeare. Leonardo played Romeo and Claire Danes played Juliet. The film was very popular, especially with teenagers. Leonardo became a teen idol. Many young people loved him. This film made him a star for a younger audience. In the same year, 1996, he also acted in Marvin's Room. This was a film about family. He acted with famous actresses like Meryl Streep and Diane Keaton. He played a young man with problems in his family. Critics said that Leonardo was very good in this film too, acting with very experienced actors. By this time, Leonardo had played many different roles. He started as a young actor in TV and small films. Now, he was getting bigger and more important roles in films that people liked and critics praised. He was becoming a well-known and respected actor in Hollywood. 4. Becoming a star. In 1997, Leonardo's life changed completely. He acted in a film called Titanic. This movie was about a love story on a big ship that sank. It was a very expensive film to make. Leonardo played Jack Dawson, a poor artist who falls in love with a rich girl, Rose, played by Kate Winslet. Titanic was incredibly popular. Millions of people went to see it. It became the most successful film ever made at that time. Suddenly, Leonardo DiCaprio was famous everywhere. People called it Leomania. He was on magazine covers all over the world. Teenage girls especially loved him. It was a very exciting but also strange time for Leonardo. After Titanic, Leonardo was a global superstar. However, he didn't want to be just a teen idol. He wanted to be known as a good actor, not just a famous face. So he started choosing different kinds of roles. In 1998, he played 2 roles in The Man in the Iron Mask. He was both the bad King Louis XIV and his kind twin brother Philippe. This film was based on a famous story. It was not loved by everyone, but it made a lot of money. The same year, Leonardo was also in a film called Celebrity, directed by Woody Allen. This film was a comedy about fame. Leonardo's part was small, but people liked him in it. Then, in 2000, he starred in The Beach. In this film, he played a young man who travels to Thailand and finds a secret island. The Beach was popular, but it got mixed reviews. Some people liked it, but others did not. There was also some trouble because the filming was said to have damaged the environment in Thailand. Leonardo later helped to fix the area. Around this time, Leonardo also made a small film with friends called Don's Plum. It was made without much money and was mostly improvised. Later, when the director wanted to release it as a full film, Leonardo and another actor tried to stop it. They said it was never meant to be a real movie. This caused some controversy, and Don's Plum was not shown in America or Canada for a long time. Despite these different experiences after Titanic, one thing was clear: Leonardo DiCaprio was now a major star. He was ready to take on new challenges and show everyone what he could do as an actor. 5. Working with big directors. Leonardo DiCaprio became a very famous actor. After Titanic, he could choose the films he wanted to make. He started to work with some of the best film directors in the world. These directors are known for making great movies. Working with them helped Leonardo to become an even better actor and make important films. One of these big directors was Steven Spielberg. Spielberg is famous for films like E.T. and Indiana Jones. Leonardo worked with him in a film called Catch Me If You Can in 2002. This film is based on a true story about a young man named Frank Abagnale Jr. Frank was very clever and pretended to be different people, like a pilot and a doctor. Leonardo played Frank. The film was exciting and fun. It was also a different kind of role for Leonardo. He showed he could be charming and funny, not just a romantic hero. Making Catch Me If You Can was a big adventure for Leonardo. They filmed in many different places in a short time. People liked the film very much, and it was very successful. Another very important director Leonardo worked with was Martin Scorsese. Scorsese is a legend in Hollywood. He is known for making powerful and serious films about crime and life in America. Their first film together was Gangs of New York in 2002. This film is set in New York City a long time ago. It tells a story about gangs fighting in the streets. Leonardo played a young man named Amsterdam who wants revenge. Making this film was not easy. It took a long time and cost a lot of money. But it was the start of a great partnership between Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese. After Gangs of New York, they worked together again on The Aviator in 2004. In this film, Leonardo played Howard Hughes. Howard Hughes was a real person who was very rich and famous. He was a pilot and made films. But he also had problems and was very worried about germs. Leonardo's performance in The Aviator was amazing. He showed all the different sides of Howard Hughes's personality. For this role, Leonardo won his first Golden Globe Award. This award is a very important prize for actors. Leonardo and Martin Scorsese made more films together. In 2006, they made Blood Diamond and The Departed. Blood Diamond is set in Africa and talks about the diamond trade and war. Leonardo played a man who smuggles diamonds. The Departed is a crime film set in Boston. Leonardo played a police officer who goes undercover to catch criminals. Both films were very good and showed Leonardo could play complex and serious characters. The Departed also won many awards, including Best Picture at the Oscars, which is the biggest film award in America. In 2008, Leonardo worked with Kate Winslet again in a film called Revolutionary Road. They were the stars of Titanic before. This film was directed by Kate Winslet's husband at that time, Sam Mendes. Revolutionary Road is a sad love story about a married couple who are not happy. It was very different from Titanic. It showed that Leonardo and Kate could play different kinds of roles together, not just young lovers. Later, Leonardo worked with Scorsese again in Shutter Island in 2010. This film is a mystery story set in a hospital for people with mental health problems on an island. It is a very dark and strange film. In the same year, 2010, Leonardo also worked with another famous director, Christopher Nolan. Nolan is known for making films that are very clever and surprising, like Batman films. The film Leonardo made with Nolan was Inception. Inception is about dreams and going inside people's minds. It was a very complicated and exciting film. Working with these big directors was very important for Leonardo DiCaprio. He learned a lot from them and made some of his best films with them. These films showed that Leonardo was not just a teen idol from Titanic. He was a serious and talented actor who could work with the best and make great movies for adults too. 6. Big wins. Leonardo DiCaprio continued to work with very famous directors. In 2011, he played J. Edgar Hoover in a film called J. Edgar. The director was Clint Eastwood, a very well-known actor and director. The film was about the life of J. Edgar Hoover, who was the head of the FBI for a long time. Leonardo showed Hoover's long career and also his private life. Some people who watched the movie liked Leonardo's acting, but some thought the movie was not very clear overall. However, many agreed that Leonardo was very good at showing the different sides of Hoover's personality. Next, Leonardo did something different. He played a bad guy in a movie called Django Unchained in 2012. This film was directed by Quentin Tarantino, who is famous for his action movies. Django Unchained is a Western movie, but it is also about a serious topic, slavery in America. Leonardo played Calvin Candy, a rich and cruel owner of a farm. It was not easy for Leonardo to play such a bad person, but he did it very well. People liked seeing him in this role, and he was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for it. The movie was very popular and made a lot of money. In 2013, Leonardo acted in The Great Gatsby. This movie was based on a famous book of the same name, and it was directed by Baz Luhrmann. The story is set in the 1920s and is about a rich man named Jay Gatsby. Leonardo played Gatsby, who is trying to win back a woman he loved in the past. The movie had beautiful costumes and music, and it looked very stylish. Some critics liked the movie a lot, but others had mixed feelings. However, most people agreed that Leonardo was excellent as Gatsby. They said he showed both the strong and the weak sides of the character. The film was also a big success at the box office. Then came another movie with Martin Scorsese in 2013, The Wolf of Wall Street. This was their fifth film together. It is based on the true story of Jordan Belfort, a stockbroker who made a lot of money in a dishonest way. Leonardo played Jordan Belfort, and he showed the wild and crazy life of this man. The movie is funny, but it also shows the dark side of greed. For this role, Leonardo won his second Golden Globe Award for Best Actor. He was also nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actor, and the film was nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. Many people think this is one of Leonardo's best performances because he was very funny and energetic in the movie. Finally, in 2015, Leonardo won the biggest award of his career, the Academy Award for Best Actor. He won for his role in The Revenant. This movie was directed by Alejandro G. Iñárritu. The Revenant is a survival story set in the cold and wild nature of America in the past. Leonardo played Hugh Glass, a man who is attacked by a bear and left for dead. He has to fight to survive and get revenge. This role was very difficult and demanding. Leonardo had to film in very cold weather, eat raw food, and learn to speak Native American languages. His hard work paid off. Critics and audiences loved his performance. When he won the Oscar, it was a big moment for him and his fans. Everyone was happy that he finally received this important award after being nominated many times before. After this big win, Leonardo continued to choose interesting roles. In 2019, he worked with Quentin Tarantino again in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This film is set in Los Angeles in 1969 and tells the story of a TV actor, Rick Dalton, played by Leonardo and his stuntman. It shows the end of old Hollywood and the start of something new. Leonardo acted alongside Brad Pitt in this movie, and their chemistry was fantastic. People loved seeing them together on screen. Leonardo was again nominated for an Oscar for this role, showing that he continued to do great work. The movie was also very successful and liked by many. In 2021, Leonardo starred in Don't Look Up, a comedy movie directed by Adam McKay. This film is a satire, which means it makes fun of serious things to make a point. The movie is about two scientists, played by Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence, who try to warn people about a comet that will destroy Earth. It is a funny but also serious movie about how people react to bad news, especially about climate change. Don't Look Up was released on Netflix and became very popular. People watched it a lot, and it broke records for views on Netflix. Leonardo's performance was praised, and he was nominated for both a Golden Globe and a BAFTA award. Most recently, in 2023, Leonardo worked with Martin Scorsese again for the movie Killers of the Flower Moon. This is their sixth film together. The movie is a crime drama based on a true story about murders in the Osage Nation in the 1920s. Leonardo played Ernest Burkhart, a complex character involved in these crimes. Critics have said that this is one of Leonardo's best performances ever, and he received another Golden Globe nomination for it. This movie shows that Leonardo DiCaprio is still taking on challenging roles and working with the best directors in the world, continuing to achieve big wins in his career. 7. Helping the world. Leonardo DiCaprio is known worldwide for his acting, but he is also very active in helping the world. He cares deeply about the environment and works hard to protect our planet for future generations. One of his biggest contributions is the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation, which he started in 1998. This organization supports environmental projects all over the globe. The foundation gives money to groups that are working to save endangered animals, protect forests from being cut down, and clean up pollution in the oceans. It has supported over 200 different projects and has donated more than $100 million to help the environment. For example, the foundation has funded projects to protect mountain gorillas and to restore areas damaged by environmental problems. DiCaprio also has an important role with the United Nations. He is a UN messenger of peace, focusing on climate change. In this role, he travels the world and speaks to people about the urgent need to act on climate change. He has given speeches at the UN Climate Summit and other important international meetings. He tells world leaders that they must do more to solve this problem, which he calls the #1 environmental challenge. To raise awareness, DiCaprio has also made and narrated several environmental documentaries. Films like The 11th Hour, Before the Flood, and Ice on Fire explore different aspects of the environmental crisis and potential solutions. Before the Flood, for instance, shows DiCaprio traveling to different places to see the impact of climate change. These films are made to educate the public and inspire action. DiCaprio uses his fame to draw attention to environmental issues. He participates in events like Earth Day and uses his social media to talk about important environmental topics. He has even met with Pope Francis to discuss environmental concerns. He encourages people to support politicians who prioritize the environment and to make changes in their own lives to be more sustainable. His foundation has also supported disaster relief efforts, and donated to organizations like the World Wildlife Fund and the International Fund for Animal Welfare. He donated to help after the Haiti earthquake and the Australian bushfires. While some people have pointed out that his lifestyle sometimes includes activities that are not environmentally friendly, like using private jets, DiCaprio remains committed to his environmental work. He believes it is crucial to act now to protect the planet and create a healthy future for everyone. His dedication to environmentalism shows that he is not just a famous actor, but also a passionate advocate for helping the world. 8. Private life and future. Leonardo DiCaprio is a very famous actor, but he likes to keep his private life private. Many people are interested in his life outside of films, but he does not talk about it much. He wants to keep his personal life separate from his work as an actor. People are often interested in who Leonardo dates. He has been in relationships with some famous models. The media often writes about his girlfriends, but Leonardo does not usually comment on these stories. He tries to stay away from too much attention on his personal life. He has houses in Los Angeles and New York. He also bought an island in Belize. He plans to build an eco-friendly resort there. This shows his interest in nature and protecting the environment even in his personal life. There was a problem with a film company he worked with called Red Granite Pictures and a scandal in Malaysia. It was about money problems, and some gifts Leonardo received were connected to this. He gave these gifts back to the government in the USA to show he wanted to do the right thing. As an actor, Leonardo is known for being very dedicated. He often plays characters who are complex and interesting. He is not afraid to take on difficult roles. Many people think he is one of the best actors of his generation. He has influenced many new actors. In the future, Leonardo will continue to act in films. He also wants to keep working on environmental issues. He has his own foundation that helps protect the Earth. He uses his fame to talk about important problems like climate change. Leonardo DiCaprio is more than just a film star. He is a talented actor who has made many great movies. He also uses his voice to help the planet. He has had a big impact on the world of film and on efforts to protect our environment, and he will likely continue to do so in the years to come.
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.